Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dave Keene. I'm the Assistant Fire Chief here for Casa Grande Fire Department. I'm going to be kind of the MC here today for the ceremony. This is going to be a badge ceremony, and then we're also going to recognize a young man who did something really good in the community. So we're going to do that first. Our chaplain was going to be here today, but I have to apologize. He wasn't able to make it, but he sends his regrets that he couldn't make it here today. So you guys will get to meet him at some other time. I'd like to introduce a few people that are in the room. Our Assistant City Manager, our boss, is right here, is Mr. Stephen Weaver. He's been with the city 4 months now. Fire Chief Scott Miller, right over here. We've got the Fire Marshal Barbara Rice and the B Shift Commander Tony LaFalce. I think that's it. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce Fire Marshal Rice.
Good afternoon. I have the pleasure of telling the story and honoring a young man in our community. You know, we all are in the fire service are often applauded as heroes, but heroes represent the best of ourselves. And they can be anyone who shows courage when they are faced with a problem. There's someone who is willing to help others with his or her best capacity. And they're found in all walks of life. They transcend genders, age, sometimes even species. And it is not uncommon that children are often the heroes in an emergency situation. On June 16th at about 9 p.m., 10-year-old Mayson Mayle recognized that his mother, Ann, was having a medical emergency, even though he did not know what it was. He methodically called 911 and provided the dispatcher with the necessary information to route emergency personnel, even though he was frightened for his mother. He took care of his two younger sisters, 6 and 8, until help arrived. Mayson is a hero. He courageously overcome challenges that he faces every day, as Mayson is autistic. And on June 16th, he had the courage to act even when he was afraid, so that he could help his mom. His mother, Ann, contacted me because she credits Mason's actions for getting help to her that may have saved her life. It is a privilege to recognize Mayson Mayle and present him with a certificate. Mayson, can you come up here? When you were 8? Did you learn it in school? That's excellent. This is a certificate we want to present to you. The citizens of the city of Casa Grande and all of us here at the fire department wish to recognize and thank you for your actions on June 16th that resulted in helping to save a life. This is a challenge coin. This is one of our Lifesaver Challenge coins that I want to present you with. And then here is a bag full of fire safety stuff and some fun stuff for you and your sisters to take home and share. Thank you.
Mason might be a little overwhelmed. I don't think he knew that was going to happen today. No. Yeah. Okay. So, we're going to start out with Thomas Finucane. He's being promoted today to fire engineer. A couple things about him. He's worked here for 8 years. His most memorable moment in the fire service was when he realized he gets to hang out with his friends, work out, and sleep at night sometimes. His favorite crew that he served on is, he says he's been really lucky with the crews he's worked with, but if he has to pick one, his current crew on C shift at 504, Scott Benzine, Corey Vance, and Rich Hapla ranks right up there. That's a safe answer, I guess. Favorite fire station is 501s during the daytime and 504 at night. That makes sense. His best save. The first day he was here at Casa Grande Fire Department, he ran a code, which is a full arrest, people not breathing, no heartbeat. First thing in the morning, they ended up saving the person, and it made him wonder what he had got himself into. That's probably one you won't ever forget, huh? Craziest call you ever went on. You responded on a pediatric drowning and left the shift thinking the worst. Next shift, you came into work, and the kid was playing in the kitchen at the fire station. That must have been pretty cool. This one I have a real problem with. Your favorite fire meal or fire chef? Rich Hapla and Chief Richie are the best fire chefs, but I enjoy any meal where the cleanup is minimal because I usually have to clean up. You haven't had my cooking. All right, so Thomas has today his wife, Romina, his brother, Mikey, all right, and his mom, Lois, and Brian Flynn, I recognize. Oh, that's a different Brian Flynn. And stepfather, Brian Flynn. And father, Brian Finucane. Oh, okay, so you got, oh, I read it wrong. Okay. And sister-in-law, Ashley. And nephew, Tucker. That must be the little one, huh? Yeah. Thomas is getting promoted to fire engineer today. Come on up, Thomas. So what we're going to do is Chief Miller's going to present him with this badge, and then Thomas can have, in the fire service, it's a tradition to have one of your family members come up and actually pin your badge on your shirt. And obviously Thomas, I don't know who he's picked, but we'll find out in a second after he gets his badge and ID card presented to him by the fire chief.
Lucky I'm not sticking you. There we go. Tom, congratulations. There's your ID. And then I'll hand off your badge to who's ever going to.
Who's going to pin you?
My wife.
Awesome. That's a safe decision as well.
Yep. Good job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And also, there's your new hand. He's been here for 10 plus years. Actually, I'm sorry, 10 plus years in the fire service. He had 1 year at Firefighter Fire Department, and he's been here at Casa Grande for 9 years. His most memorable moment in the fire service is the day he pursued this career. He said he still remembers the first day he had on the fire department, the friendships that the crews had, the service they provided the community, and he wants to thank Russell Diggins and David Woodward for guiding him into this field and keeping him from becoming a police officer. We're glad you did that too. Favorite crew he served on. It's difficult to say what his favorite crew is. I can say that he says his favorite time on the fire department was during his probationary year. Yours must have been different than mine. Station 501 was a dual engine company back then, and you were lucky enough to have 2 other probationary fire. Yours definitely was different. His favorite station is Station 501. It's the station he feels most comfortable at, and he's lucky to work there most of his career. He feels like it's a hard station to work at, but it does prepare you for success. His best save, he said, he was part of a fire at an abandoned apartment complex. He was a firefighter on engine 501. On the way back from the hospital, they got the structure fire call. They arrived on scene to find light smoke. He pulled a hand line, entered the building for a primary, and found the fire. Captain was walking around outside while he was inside. Inside, they found smoke down the hallway, and they ended up finding a victim wrapped up in a blanket, unable to move. They got her out of the building. Put emergency traffic out over the radio to command. An additional engine company came and helped rescue and treat the patient outside. He said he obviously did not expect to find a victim, but luckily his training helped him get a positive outcome on this call. That's a great call. Craziest call you ever went on? One of the many crazy calls he was part of, a patient fell backwards onto a cholla bush. Oh, sorry. There was one of those bushes that put stickers in him from head to toe. And he said that that's one time where he was a paramedic and a landscaper at the same time. His favorite fire meal or fire chef? Brian Flynn, jambalaya. Ernie has here today Ashley Delgado, his wife, Patricia Amato, his mother, Ralph Amato, father, there you are, sir, Priscilla, sister, Lily Vargas, sister, okay. I'm going to butcher this one, Ramses Vargas, is that right? Brother-in-law, Jeff and Charlotte Vargas, goddaughters. That must be the two little ones there. Dale and Norma Garcia. And Erica Garcia, sister-in-law. Oh, there you are. Perfect. So Ernie, this is a special one. I always like captain's promotions. A captain's promotion is, just so everybody knows, a captain, he's moving into an area where he's a mid-level supervisor, and he's 100% responsible for the safety and the continuity and basically how that crew works. They're going to feed off of him, and the buck stops with him. He's the guy that's responsible for everybody. And I think it's great that I love when we promote brand new firefighters. I love when we promote engineers, but captains is probably our most important probation, our most important promotion that we do as captains. We want to find good people, and we want to make sure that they're the right person for the job, because we're relying on them to do a lot of stuff. We put a lot of responsibilities on our captains. And the other 3 people that are on that fire engine with them, their life is in your hands. So there's a lot of responsibility that comes with this. I know you're ready for this. You came out first on the captain's test. And I congratulate you, and we'd like you to come on up and get your badge. Come on, right over here. So we got a bunch of stuff for him. He gets a new badge. He gets new collar brass. Now that he's a captain, he has brass on his collar that recognizes him as the captain. You guys will see we also, part of it, when you become a captain, we want you to be readily identifiable on the scene. So he now has a red helmet so that we know he's the captain. What else is he getting? Oh, a new ID card too, so you can open everything. Banks, fast food places, everything.
Here's your ID card, I have your badge, and I have your bugles. And who's going to pin those on for you?
My lovely wife.
All right. There you go. All right. Now you have the collar brass.
Oh, okay.
And those go right up on the collar there.
Goodness.
Awesome. Congratulations.